Welcome back, everybody, to Tips College Football Recruiting Update. Today I'm going to be talking about class of 2016 tight end Isaac Nauta. Originally out of Buford, Georgia, played at Buford High School, but transferred to IMG Academy in Orlando, Florida for his senior year. And as you'll see in these highlights, he's played for Buford. These are his junior highlights. Nauta stands in at 6'4", 237 pounds, the number 28 overall player in the 2016 247sports.com composite rankings, the number one tight end. Just an incredible player as you watch on his film. He's a Florida State committed back in December of 2014. Was pursued by basically every major school in the United States. He did have a little interest in the University of Georgia, as would be expected, being in Buford, so close to Athens, and also South Carolina, also not too far down the road. But he's all FSU now that he's transferred to IMG in Florida. I definitely do not expect Florida State to lose him. And just sit here and watch his film. I mentioned he's a tight end. As you see right there, he makes a big play down the field. And he's one of those players that, I don't know how many of y'all are like me, but I love the tight end position in football. And if you watch a lot of football, you can really see what a difference maker at tight end can do for a team, a la the New England Patriots with Rob Gronkowski and formerly Aaron Hernandez. And Isaac Nauta has that same kind of potential. As you see, he makes a catch down the seam over the middle, past the linebackers. He's physically ready now. He's physically ready to not only be a threat at catching the ball, but also a very good run blocker and pass blocker. He's a good athlete with great speed for his size. As I mentioned, 6'4", 237. He does a good job of catching the ball away from his body. He's also good at adjusting in air to some of these throws. He's a good route runner. He's very quick out of his breaks. And as I'm sitting here talking about his receiving skills, he does a good job blocking right there. And I mentioned one of the plays earlier. He gets up the seam, past the linebacker. He does that very well. Definitely a vertical threat down the field from the tight end position. Can be a game changer there. Sort of in the Nick O'Leary mold as he was formerly at Florida State. And I mentioned his blocking ability. Has the potential there to be really good. And he's also athletic enough to really, he can play receiver in his freshman year, first couple of years of college if he doesn't put on any more weight. Because as I mentioned, already at 237 pounds, he's at a really good size for his body type. And his athletic ability kind of reminds me of O.J. Howard from Alabama. I think he's a little more polished blocker, but as far as athleticism, he has that kind of ability. And as much as I hate to make the comparison because of the whole circumstances surrounding Aaron Hernandez, he reminds me a lot of Aaron Hernandez in the way that he blocks and is a pass catcher. And he's a threat. You watch his film right there. Gets down the field quickly on the screen pass. And just overall, I love what Nauta does at tight position. I think this is a kid that is going to be very successful in not only college, but the NFL as well. He kind of reminds me of Jimmy Graham now that I think about it, and that he is a very, very big athletic tight end that can catch the ball, that can run, that can get past the linebackers, that can block, can pretty much do everything. And you saw how Nick O'Leary performed at Florida State in Jimbo Fisher's system. I would expect Nauta to do much of the same. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I've said all that I have written down for Nauta for today's video. Please do not forget to like, comment, or subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at FNSF_tip.